Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today it is actually 24 hours since we applied 5 different waxes onto this test panel. So we will run through the products we applied, but what we're going to do today is we do a slickness test, we're going to do an initial rinse, and we're just going to have an overall look at each section to see which one has made the paint look the best. So let's just go through what we actually applied first. So here's the 5 products. So starting off, we have the Turtle Wax Ceramic Plus Graphene Paste Wax. This was their 75-year anniversary or birthday edition. Not currently available in Australia. I had to actually buy this from the US off Amazon. Wasn't cheap, but it is actually pretty affordable in America. So hopefully we get it here soon. But putting that up against Collinite number 476S. So a bit more of an old school product, this one. Pretty sure it's been around for a long time, but very popular, a bit of a cult following and meant to be very durable. So also have Bowden's own Beaut beads. So this is actually the product that sort of made this test come about. I had the small little sample jar of this stuff before it was released, and I absolutely loved using it. It made me realize just how much I prefer using a paste wax to a spray sealant just for the application process. I just find it so satisfying wiping in a wax and buffing it off. It's just something really nice about it, very nostalgic. And so yeah, this is the one that basically brought this test about, made my love of paste waxes sort of come back. So yeah, this one we have now the released version, so also in the test. And then next up we have Jion's wax. So a bit of a different one, this one. It's like a can of deodorant or something. It's like a roll-on product as well. But yeah, really nice to apply also. Basically the same to apply once you all have them onto the applicator that you're using. Still going to wipe on just like a normal wax. And yeah, this stuff is pretty new. Been getting more into Jion stuff lately, so this was one that I wanted to try out. And lastly, we have Artdeshine's Graphene Obsidian wax. So this one got sent out to me with a few other products from Artdeshine, which I'm really keen to start trying out. But yeah, this one really caught my eye. So pretty affordable. Seems like they're not making any crazy claims. They're just claiming 3 months plus durability. But I'm hearing really good things about it and heard really good things about how it makes the paint look. So that also made it into the test. So that's the 5 that we have. So the aim of this series is to basically apply them onto this panel. After we do our first rinse today, it's now going to go outside, and it will, from now on, live outside up the side of my house, sits in the sun all day, the wind, the rain, cops all the elements, and then each week we'll bring it in, back into the garage, chuck it on the stand and give it a wash and just do a rinse test and see how the water behavior is looking. So yeah, should be an interesting one. I'm really keen to see the results of this. So yeah, if you didn't watch the application video, I'll go over the price. I show applying all the products and what my thoughts are and what they were like to use. At the end of that video, I did sort of start talking about how they looked, how they made the paint look. So I don't think it's going to come through on camera, unfortunately. It's just something you have to see with your eyes. But so here we have, and you can actually see the tape line. I used some pretty cheap masking tape this time, so you can see where it's left a lot of residue in certain areas. But you can see this is the line in between the products. And with my eyes, I can clearly see that they've all actually darkened the paint a little bit, some more than others. After 24 hours, it seems like they've done more. So at first, the Collinite didn't look like it did much, but I can see with my eyes now, it has actually definitely made a difference. From here to here, I can see clearly that that is nicer looking, poppier and darker paint. But we'll start off at the start here. So the Turtle Wax, now probably, I think you guys will be able to see that difference. It has darkened the paint. It is making it pop a fair bit. So it's looking good. Collinite, not quite as good, but definitely has made a difference to the paint. It's a little bit more subtle. Not so much as the Turtle Wax, but it has made a bit of a difference. The Bowdens though, I think you guys could clearly see that in the footage. That has darkened that section. It is, if you compare it, I don't know how well it'll show up, but here, this is a lot darker of a section, this panel, and the paint Really looking amazing. Absolutely made this color pop, and basically exactly the same for the Jion. To be honest, these two kind of look identical. Do have something sort of shadowing, making this little section look a bit darker. I'll just move across. So those two, let's get across a bit more. They look basically the same. They've both darkened up the paint a fair bit. And yeah, really making that paint pop. So I'd say these two so far are looking the best. Then we come over to the Artdeshine. Now this one has clearly made the paint the darkest. Don't know about, again on camera, you're gonna have to take my word for it, but yeah, this stuff has really darkened the paint. It's made it like a few shades darker. I mean, the camera's probably not getting the best lighting to show it, but if you compare here to here, this looks darker. Down in here, you can see the clear borderline of where it is. So yeah, I'd say that the best looking is probably the Artdeshine. It has given it a real darkening effect. I don't know if that's going to translate so much on a lighter car, but on this panel it has made it look really nice. But also the Jion and the Bowdens, I cannot split them. Those are in like equal second, I guess. Next I'd give it to the Turtle Wax and the Collinite. But they have all really made the paint look nice. So yeah, with that said, what I want to do now is I've already got the applicators kind of lined up. So just going to try and avoid this little section of the bonnet. So I'm going to put either end one right to the end. Middle ones are all fine. I'm going to lift slowly and we're just going to watch the order in which they start to fall off. But first, maybe let's just do a quick back of the hand test. So that Bowden's extremely slick, especially comparing it to just the bottom section here. Collinite, not so much, a little bit grabbier. Don't really feel too much difference to the bare paint. The Turtle Wax, definitely nice and slick. So yeah, coming across, I started in the middle for some reason with this one. The Jion feels nice and slick. I'd say not quite as slick as the Bowdens. And the Artdeshine, definitely slick, but off the touch, I'm going to say the Bowdens, the Jion, and then probably the Artdeshine, and then the Turtle Wax, then the Collinite. That's just the feel. Let's just see how they do with this actual test now. Okay, so we've got all these set up. Let's try this again. Okay, so not really the order that I expected off the touch. So Turtle Wax seems to be the slickest. I've tried this a couple of times now. Artdeshine doesn't feel as slick, but yeah. I mean, not that this test is scientific, but getting some interesting results to what I thought by the feel from my hand. So there we go. Collinite seemed to come last every time. So that's basically what I did think. But yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be a hard one to call. Feels like Turtle Wax is the slickest, going by the block test. Jion and Artdeshine are about in equal second generally. Bowden's next, and then the Collinite lastly. But yeah, I don't know, it's not what I expected at all, because for the feel of it, Bowden's feels the slickest. Artdeshine doesn't feel that slick. The Turtle Wax doesn't feel as slick as the Bowden's. But yeah, either way, not that it's a very scientific way of testing, but yeah, just something I've been doing. And there we go, that's the results. So if you're wanting a super, super slick wax, at first initial application anyway, the Turtle Wax, we may retest this after a couple of washes and see if anything changes, or if it's, to say that it's the slickest, but maybe it's just when you first apply it and then after one wash it's gone. We'll find out. So yeah, we'll come back to that one. But for now, what I want to do is I want to rinse this down and see the water behavior on each of these products. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a rinse. So I've got the hose set up. Just going to start over here at this end at the turtle wax. So yeah, as you can see, extremely hydrophobic, getting some really nice beads. So yeah, that looks really nice. So with, I believe, the Collinite still in shot with the other camera, we'll move over to that one. And wow, that's surprised me. That is extremely hydrophobic. Yeah, I feel like that Collinite's just a level above. But either way, that's impressed me for something that is so cheap and such like an old product, old formula. That is extremely hydrophobic. So what I'll do now is I'll just move the camera over a little bit so we can get the Bowdens and the Jion into the shot. So right here's the Bowden zone. And yeah, look at that. That's next level. That is even more hydrophobic than the Collinite. Really liking that. The Jion now, let's check that one out. And again, just amazing. Wow. That's extremely hydrophobic also. I don't even know how to call between those. And lastly, the Artdeshine. So let's just move the camera over a little bit more for that one. So you should be able to see that quite well now. Tell you what, they're all extremely impressive. Every single one of them. I feel like the Artdeshine, not quite at the same level as what the Jion is. So I feel like the easiest way to test this is going to be put the hose into a mist function and sort of hold it onto the panel and then let go and see how the water disappears. All right, so in the mist function, firstly, we got to just go over the whole lot. Let's just check the beading. So let's just start off with the turtle wax. So really nice beading. Over to the Collinite, and really nothing between them. The Bowdens, really nice as well. Not really expecting any of them to look better than the others at this point in the test. This is the Jion now. So also really nice. And then lastly, a little bit more on there, the Artdeshine. So now what we want to do to actually see, the best way I've found to compare the hydrophobics is to basically hold the mist function on and just sort of watch when we let go how quickly that water disappears. It's really not sticking at all in the first place. But if you watch, you see if we can see any difference as we go through them. So I feel like that Jion is more hydrophobic. I don't know if you guys can tell that as well, but look at the way the water's hitting. Just creating instant beads and shooting away. As soon as we let go, it is all just gone. Whereas with the Artdeshine, sort of sticking just a little bit more, not anything noticeable, but I can sort of tell. Coming over to the Bowdens, it's kind of more like the Jion. I don't even know, I may have been wrong, but you can even move that whole sheeted section up. So instantly let go of that water and it's gone. So let's try that again, gone. The Collinite. Collinite is so hydrophobic, I'm pretty impressed by it. So yeah, the Collinite right up there as well. And lastly, the turtle wax. Turtle wax, just as hydrophobic. I mean, I probably was wrong when I said the Artdeshine was different. Yeah, I'm gonna say they're all the same. I can't really spot anything. They all look absolutely amazing. Just comparing it to like the base section where there's nothing. So yeah, even coming across, this is the tape line section here. So I mean, too early to call obviously, but at first application, any of these products with your first rinse, you are going to be impressed, as I am. So I'm not going to really say any front runners at this point. The Slickness, possibly to the turtle wax, but other than that, at this point for the first rinse, very impressed by all of them. Not really going to say that any are better than the others. They all look great. So I guess that's where we'll end this first video. I'm going to now dry this off. I don't want to touch it at all, so I'm just going to blow it off with my blow car dryer, get it nice and dry, take it outside and leave it there until next week when we come back. We do our first wash, and again, test hydrophobics by spraying the water over. We may see a difference then after the first wash. For the washing, we're going to use Car Pro Reset. Just keeping that through all my tests. Seems to be the best of the best for these tests. I'm not really leaving any residue behind. And yeah, so we'll stick with that. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by liking the videos, commenting on the videos, subscribing. If you'd like to help me buy more products to do these tests in the future, you can head down, click the link down below in the description and shout me a coffee or a beer for $5. Buy me as many as you'd like or as few as you'd like, it's up to you. But anything that you guys put into that goes back straight into the channel to buy more products for future tests. So yeah, with all that said, that's gonna be it. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I will catch you guys later.